hear the whispers soft and low as a reptile steal the show. Step right up and take a glance at the scales that shine and dance. In the light they twist and gleam like a living, breathing dream. Watch them move with grace and might.
All right, guys, this is episode 3, and I'm Heather, and this is Heather's Reptile Show and Tell. And this beautiful girl is Cloak. She's my female Argentine. I thought I would bring her in just for the intro. I will not be showing my animals during lives, but I thought, why not bring them in when I'm introducing myself in the show? So anyways, this is Cloak. But I'm so excited that you guys are here, and whether you're just now tuning in or you've been here from the beginning, I am hyped. So I am going to bring Courtney and Kyle in, and we will get the show started.
Hello,
Hey guys, how's it
hello,
going?
hello.
You already have a bunch of people in the chat. Vance
Here, we
says,
can't
hey,
hear you for
and
some
then,
reason, Heather.
oh no. Really? Already? Let's see if it,
Yeah.
can you
One
hear me
second,
now?
I'll leave out and come back in.
I'll leave. Can you hear me now? We did all this backstage. It was perfect. Okay, so we did all this backstage. It was perfect. I'm sorry, guys. Give them another second to come back. But yeah. Oh no, there they
The
are.
screen.
There. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, right when I closed out the screen, I exit out, then we can hear you.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So happy that you guys are here. And there was a few people already saying hi in the chat. I wanted to say we have Rockna Cat here, and then Vance with Blue Zombie Morphs. So
Cat, hey Vance.
Hey, Kit Kat. Hey, Vance.
and then we have who is I will bring him up. So he's gonna help me with names. So who's this?
That is G-Paw.
Hi, G-Paw.
What up, G-Paw?
Sweet. Okay. And then we have one more. Right.
That's Darrell. Hey, Darrell, what's going on?
Perfect.
Drive safe, man. Darrell is listening to us while he drives home from work.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
So is my
Yeah.
husband. So he's in
That's
here
awesome.
somewhere.
that's awesome. Rick, right? How's it going, Rick?
Hey, Rick.
He's doing sure he's gonna make the dogs bark when they get here. I'm sorry for that, guys. But
Don't.
so do you guys want to get into a little bit about your dynamic and then why you guys are both doing this and then who started it, and then we can go into your first animal? Does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are, of course, Markham Reptiles. I'm Kyle. It's my beautiful wife, Courtney. And yeah, we produce white-lip pythons. We are breeding ball pythons right now, and we'll actually show you a couple. But we're going to stop doing that at the end of the season and focus on white-lip pythons. But yeah, we just love snakes. I was the first one that was into it. But Courtney loves animals too. And she's very supportive and sweet, and yeah, she's an animal lover too, just like myself. So
I love that. That's amazing. Not a lot of people have that. A lot of people, it's just one.
that is very, very true. I'm very
Yeah.
lucky. All my friends
We
tell
have
me
Cr-
constantly too that I'm super lucky. Hello.
How's it going? I feel terrible. I talk to this chondro keeper all the time, but I don't know the first name.
Yeah, what is your first name? Go ahead and drop it in the chat, and then
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be I want to learn everybody's name. So when you
I'm like,
There's a
When
lot
you-
of people to
know.
remember. So don't you do
Yeah.
that.
us humans keep making more humans,
What?
so it's a lot of people in the world.
we keep making snakes too, but that's good. So
That's facts. I'm actually holding a snake that we made right here.
Oh, wow.
So this is a baby northern white-lip python. And this is actually
Wow.
a holdback that we have not named yet.
so
So this
beautiful.
is- No, go ahead.
So are you one of few people who've been able to breed these things? These
So
beautiful.
people have been able to breed them over the years, but there's not a lot of people breeding them per year. So last year,
Okay.
like less than 5 people bred them in the United States.
That's amazing. Is it
Yeah.
that they're just difficult?
people say they're difficult. So last year was my first breeding season ever, and I was able to produce them.
Wow.
Now
That's
I did a lot of
impressive.
research. As you know, I run in a lot of circles. I talk to a lot of people. And I, managed to meet everyone that has been able to produce them that's around, and stuff like that. Just talk to different people, pick their brain, and apply everything that I learned and actually produce them. Kiko, what's up, man? But yeah, so it's, people say they're hard to breed. People say almost anything is hard to breed if it's not like a corn snake or a ball python. So, different things, you just have to learn your species, learn about it more and stuff like that. And I had definitely, uh, I did well in my first season, but I definitely wouldn't say it was luck because I did a lot of things to make that happen.
Yeah.
So I'm pairing them
Yeah.
again this year. And also, I went in the attitude in the beginning. I went in with the attitude like, this is going to happen no matter what, no matter how long it takes. And the world was like, okay, chill, bro. Here's a clutch.
That's awesome. It was
Yeah.
14, you said? How many
What'd you
was
say?
it? How
Oh,
many
so
did
the
you end up
clutch was
getting?
10 eggs.
10. Okay. I don't know
And
why I heard 14, but
9 of them successfully hatched. One of them was dead in the egg, unfortunately.
how many
But
did you end up keeping?
I kept 3. So I
Oh, wow.
did at probably when we talked, I probably had 14 northern white lips. I don't even know how many I have right now. I probably have somewhere around 10 right now, and I have some southern white lips too, actually now as well. So
That baby seems pretty docile, so they aren't as crazy as people say they are, right?
it depends on the individual. All the babies were really nice, and their mom is really nice too. I'll actually show you her mom later. Yeah, Bella's her mom. Yeah. So Bella's really, really sweet. Like we passed Belle to children.
Yeah, Bella's the sweetest.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
like,
I love
yeah.
hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah, if I can hold Belle, anyone can hold Belle. And I'm such a scaredy cat.
So what are your snake favorites, Courtney?
I have a few. A lot of people know I talk a lot about Athena. She, like I said, she was the first snake Kyle ever had with when we were married, and it's like I was so scared and misinformed, and then like slowly, I told you I was curious, and she never like bit. She never had aggressive behavior. Like she was the perfect first snake. She was the perfect first snake for me. And then right after her, Eva, she became my favorite. Hey, Allison. She became my
Allison,
favorite.
hey.
I miss you, by the way. She became my favorite. Eva became my favorite because she's so yellow and so cute and so docile.
That's our retake.
She was
Eva.
like-
Athena's our boa and parasaur.
Yep, and she is our youngest. She was our youngest at the time. She became my favorite. Who else? Belle became my favorite because that's the first white lip python he let me name. So I named them all after
Beastie too.
Yeah, I did because
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney.
Love that.
Beastie and Belle.
Yeah, my favorite Disney movie. So I started naming them after my favorite characters. So
She named more snakes than I have.
I have. Even the ones you told me not to name, I have a problem. But even the ones you
I
told me
would
not
too.
to name. And yeah, those are a few of my favorites. Tinker.
Tinker is our corn snake. She's beautiful.
She's an orange corn snake, my favorite. But all of these snakes, like, they're non-problematic.
And those
And
are
that's
all
right up my alley.
That's amazing. I love that.
Most of our snakes really are pretty chill.
Wow.
And the white lip you have is a holdback, but do you have some that would be for sale?
So my wait list is 28 people right now. So if the
So
next
no.
person that comes and tries to buy one is 29th in line.
That's crazy. Congrats,
That
though.
being, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that being said, I don't take money yet until they're hatched and start eating and stuff like that. Then the first person, the second person, those people start putting down deposits and stuff like that or whatever. But, yeah, there's definitely a wait list right now. That being said, don't let it dissuade you if you really want a captive red white lip python. You can get on the wait list. People aren't always going to hold 2 things when they don't have a deposit down. So it's not like every single person is going to. Allison actually got one from us, one of the siblings of this right here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's so nice. They sell like
Love
lychees and
them.
gargoyles. They're so nice.
And they're
And
so beautiful.
kahua geckos. But yeah, so there's a wait list, but it's definitely worth it. Like right now, if you went on Morph Market, there's not a single US captive bred white lip python, northern or southern, listed right now at all.
Wow.
Not a-
I mean, I'd
everything that
want
says
captive.
captive bred is farm bred.
Yeah.
Oh, ew. Sorry. No, it's
Yeah,
not ew.
it's a big
Sorry.
difference.
I don't
No,
want that either. I'm just saying.
Well, it's unfortunate because people don't know.
yeah.
So people
Yeah.
will buy it. They'll be like, "Oh, it said captive bred," and then they'll contact me because if you look up northern white-lip pythons, for example, on YouTube, I'm what comes up. So they
That's
contact me
cool.
and they say, "Hey, I got this animal. It won't eat or whatever. It was captive bred, though. I just don't understand."
That's going to be
And then
heartbreaking.
yeah, I'm gonna do a video soon on the differences between farm bred and U.S. captive bred because it's very different. Yeah.
Yeah. When I first came into the hobby, I almost got pigeonholed into a farm raised emerald. And I'm glad that I ended up
Yeah.
realizing before I got it because that would have been terrible. So,
Yeah.
Now, yeah, for sure. I mean, that being said, if you're going to try to breed a species that people don't have captive, you're better off with a farm bred than a wild caught, you know.
Are-
So there's definitely levels to things, but yeah, US captive bred, like literally this
beautiful.
one in my hand right here is more than is for sale in the whole country on Morph Market right now. US
That's
captive bred.
amazing.
you
That's
know?
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it was a shock to me when I hatched them out and I was like, wait, I have more of these in my basement than the whole country has for sale on Morph Market total. And
Wow.
then none of them on Morph Market were captive bred in the US. So I'm
That's
like, it is wild.
well, it's going
But
to
yeah,
change
she's a
because now,
sweetheart.
yeah, that's
You have
awesome.
to-
Hopefully it'll change now because you'll be breeding them and
Yeah, we're moving our focus to them. So there will be more females in the future. I held back 3 females this year. This is
smart
one
move.
of them. We're actually raising up a farm bred. Her mom is a wild caught, the super nice one. Her mom is wild caught. And super nice. Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry I
she's
missed
talking
a few
about her
comments,
snake.
guys. Too busy looking at the
Yeah,
snake.
yeah. Allison has the brother of this snake right here. So Allison and Sean, they're super nice.
So you're able to sex them pretty early then.
Yeah, they're
So
super easy. I literally sex them right out of the egg. So I mean, they come out of
that's
the egg, and I just pop sex them. And you
that's
can tell
cool.
pretty quick. If it's a female, I check again later. If it's a male, obviously the hemipenes aren't going to just go away. So it's a
Yeah,
male. You know what I mean? But the females, I'll double, triple, quadruple check them. But usually I do pretty good. So
that's
and
awesome.
then I check so many times that I do well at the end of it all. But usually I do pretty good the first time when they first come
That's
out of the
cool.
egg.
Is that
Oh, God.
pythons? No, because green trees are hard to sex. I guess it would just be
Yeah,
each
so
type, right?
they just have that fragile tail where like
Yeah,
if you do some spine damage to a green tree python, you're not going to know for like 2 years, and then it'll have a permanent effect on that snake as far as visually. Hey Dustin, how's it going? I'm glad you made it, man. Check it
I
out.
love that you know all the names.
I told you.
Yeah, I mean, if I know somebody's name, I usually do pretty good at remembering it, and if I don't, then I will ask them again later, and I will try to do it politely because I don't like when people mess my name up. Yeah, people
Yeah,
call me Mark by accident a lot. So I
I
actually made a
I
joke out of it being Tarantula Mark
Uh-huh.
as my, character and stuff. But like it did bother me at first. I'm like, why do you keep calling me Mark? You can see in my DMs it says Kyle Markham, but people see Mark and they think my name is Mark Ham.
I think
So
it's because
Markham
maybe
is
it's
my
the
last
first
name.
names. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark is a first name for sure. So
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I definitely know. I know how it is, guys. I feel your pain. No, yeah, I know like it could offend people to call them the wrong name. So I try to get their name right. I try to pronounce names right, stuff like that. It is important to getting to know people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So yeah,
well, in
this
your
is
group
one
of
of
people,
the babies that we hatched this year. And I guess we could show you like one more. I'll show you one more to show you how nice they all are. Like literally, they're all just like this, just super nice
they're
and chill.
beautiful. Yeah,
Thank you.
And even if they weren't
you're
nice and chill, we'll just go in and get
yeah.
them.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about me is I don't necessarily care But
He's a snake whisperer.
yeah, I don't have to pretend that they're nice because I don't care if they are or not.
No.
But,
Yeah.
but if
They'll
they
get
are,
there.
that's great. But I don't mind, like here, I'll actually show one. I don't want to make Darrell crash. Or no, I already sent him his. Let me see. I was gonna pull out his, but I already sent it to him. So here, let me pull out
Thank
this
you.
one. This one is going to Ashley. Her name is Empress Exotica on Instagram. This is just this one's a male.
Pretty.
From the same
I'm
clutch.
gonna
You see the
zoom in.
color is a little bit different, but close to the same too. And this guy is so nice too. Also super nice. And they
Wow.
vary a little bit even between clutch mates. He's slightly darker. They both are pretty nicely gold though.
Yeah. Very nice.
You can even see the rainbow in the house lighting. That's incredible.
Yeah, well, wait till you see the adults. You'll see it better. So, like, the bigger these get, the more you see it because their scales get bigger. So you can literally see the iridescence better, the bigger their scales get. But even as babies, you can see it, and they start to really get their adult color around like 1 year old. Yeah,
Okay.
Dustin. You're yeah. So like you can see it better as they get older and stuff like that. But you can definitely see it inside. Outside, I usually am pretty good at getting some really good videos of the sunlight. I have my basically I make sure the sunlight is perfect outside. I could take some pretty cool videos, but they're a pretty beautiful snake regardless.
Yeah, it's hard to not find the rainbow on them in the sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So-
Absolutely. If you go where the sun is shining, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You'd be surprised
Beautiful.
how many people do
Oh.
have trouble with that though.
Yeah.
Were you reading that and I moved it away too fast? Oh, with finding the rainbow.
I appreciate
But
that,
yeah.
Dustin. Yeah, so I mean, these are super cool, and to know I produce these is super cool as well. So
I think
I'll
it's
definitely
amazing.
show you guys some adults and stuff too. But we're gonna go ahead and go through some pets real quick. We'll show you guys some pets that we have. So
I'm
I
excited.
think we'll go straight to Eva and get her out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and stand up
Heavy.
for her, and she also takes up a little bit of space. So
Okay.
we'll get
So
her
I
out.
didn't do a ton of research, so I would be just as excited about what snakes he brings out. So I know he keeps a lot of different ones, but I was like, I'll wait to look, and that way
You keep a lot
the
of nice
reactions
snakes
will be.
too.
Yeah.
You
Thank
need
you.
to. I don't know how you would do it. You need to clone yourself so you can host yourself sometime. Because you got some pretty nice snakes in well.
I might just have to go live and then get Rick to bring me the snakes or something.
Yeah.
That's a
If
great
he
idea.
could.
Actually, that's actually really. You could do a solo episode, and I guess you
Yeah.
could keep that in the back pocket too for if you ever had someone flake on you or something.
Oh, I
You
didn't
could
think
just
of that.
do-
That would.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could just run it yourself. You got everyone waiting or whatever. Once you got your following and stuff like that.
I didn't even think of that as a good backup. That's
can always
genius,
run
Kyle.
solo episodes.
Yeah.
So Eva is a lavender albino reticulated python.
Oh, you're bringing out the big
One of my
guns.
babies. Yeah, she's a big girl.
I mean, for what she is, I've actually got her very healthy.
Yeah.
And she's not like overweight for a retake, especially she's like 3 years old now. You want to hold her?
No, she's a big girl. Hi.
Yeah, she's an
Wow.
absolute sweetheart.
She's cute.
Oh,
You gotta get the first top.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's only 3.
I'm gonna zoom in for close-ups.
Cool.
There we go. Oh no, I gotta take that off there. There we go.
She's a big girl. Ow.
Wow. She's so beautiful.
She's awesome, right?
Huge.
Yeah.
So a trick with retakes, I was just talking about. I made a YouTube video today, but you always keep a shoulder out.
Okay.
So like you see how this shoulder is free?
Yeah.
That way you can't get strangled by accident.
Oh, that's smart. Maybe my husband's listening. He said no retakes for me. I got to be able to handle it by myself.
What?
So
My buddy taught me that with his 16-footer. So he was like, pull your shoulder out. This right here is literally just her tail. But if you ever need to unlock them, you do it from the tail.
that's smart.
yeah.
I didn't.
She's super sweet. Really tame.
She is. She's our baby.
Really nice.
She's our baby.
Like I said, she just turned 3.
Huge.
We raised her from a couple months old.
Jesus Christ.
She's getting bigger, right?
Look at that head.
Every time we see her, she's grown.
Yeah.
I mean, because she's a mainland retic, and I really don't feed her like crazy. If you look up 3-year-old retics, you're gonna see some retics that look completely different than this.
Yeah, they're
Completely
big
different.
usually, right?
Yes, and
They're overfed.
Some of them, yeah, are definitely overfed. But yeah, she's a sweetheart. I take her outside, put her in our tree outside, and all types of stuff. I put her in our kids' swimming pool. Like,
That's so cool.
She lives a pretty good life.
Yeah.
She's absolutely a sweetheart. But yeah,
I
you see
love
Courtney's
that.
not scared of her at all. She's just a lot to deal with as far as handling her.
Because she's a big girl.
You know, holding her and stuff like that.
She looks thick.
But she is not at all a threat to anybody. Like, I'll let my 12-year-old hold her.
Yeah, and
That's
he has
amazing.
no problem. To his credit, like our 12-year-old is like not scared of anything. Like I'm a scaredy cat, so like sometimes he'll be like, go in there and get Eva, and I'm like, absolutely not. Like she has an attitude with me because I take it very personal when the aggressive behavior is displayed.
I would too.
Yeah,
I get
I
that.
take it personal. I
Our
feel like
our 12-year-old goes in and taps her. He knows the tap training. I've taught him, and he'll go in there and get her himself.
Yep, I can't do that.
With my permission, of course. But he's the only other person in the house besides me that can just go in, knows the routine, and he can grab her out of our enclosure.
Yep.
Kat's nephew Levi is watching. Sorry.
How's
I'm
it
missing
going?
some of these comments, but
Kat is
that's
so
pretty cool
supportive
to
and
know.
nice.
And then, we have a few more. But how cool that he can tap a retic and get it out. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
That's pretty fearless too.
She never struck at me one time.
Nope.
Since I got her, but I was prepared for her to do so. That's what we were talking about earlier. So, like, I'm always ready when I get a new snake for it to just light me up endlessly. Like, that
Good
is what I
practice.
expect. And yeah, like, and then I'm totally cool with that. But then when it doesn't happen, I get pleasantly surprised. You know?
It's nice. It's almost like a compliment, I feel like.
Yeah.
But he's not scared. Like Kyle is the type who gets excited about the aggressiveness. He's like, oh hell, oh yeah, like this is perfect. And I'm like, this is a nightmare. Like this is, and it comes like one of our pets, Dundee. When we first got Dundee, he would like bite 15 times in a row, and then eventually
scrub.
Yeah, and then eventually Kyle's like, well, you stay out for 10 more minutes. And I'm like, why would you ever keep
I'm
him
talking to
out
them like they're my kids.
like, yeah, he was like, well,
now you have to stick out. Yeah.
And I'm like, why would you do that? Back? Like, you're scaring me.
It's hard. It's hard. I watched a
he's
YouTube
like
video.
as calm as like anything. Like, I'm shocked.
It's that
yeah,
holding
he's
him
actually
longer.
turned a corner. He's a nice snake.
Yeah.
It's that holding him longer, I feel like helps, because I have a Brettles baby that every time I get him out, he's like, I'm just going to bite you like 6 times, but I have to hold him. And yeah, you just have to wait for him to calm down. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's so
I
hard.
have this one white lip that's a little funky when you first get him out. But the longer you hold him out, suddenly he just becomes a puppy dog. Like, he's super cool.
Yeah.
You know? And there's a lot of snakes like that. Like, I was letting snakes outside earlier today because it was in the 70s right here. So I was letting snakes outside, and they'll burn off energy. So, like, they'll start burning off energy, and then they'll burn off a bunch of energy, and they calm way down. And it's almost like we're getting that nervous energy out. It's kind of the same thing with a snake. Like, if we have all this energy, we calm down once we burn it off.
But hey, girl, I saw your comment. But yeah, someone said, now that's a snake. Good Lord, where does she end up? Or end up?
Or if you let her.
Yeah, so like the bigger these get, the more they just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So like my buddy, he has his whole room snake proofed, and I want to get to that point because Eva could still get stuck in stuff if I let her run around the room. That's why I have her run, but that's why I have her outside so much, you know. But
it's easier.
Yeah, so like, but he'll just let her out while he's cleaning and stuff like that. And he taught me some of the stuff that I use when working with my retic. Like he'll just open the cage and just walk past it, no tap, nothing, and he just
Oh,
get.
that's
It's like you can teach the snake the behavior that you want. You know what I mean? If he wants to be able to walk
yeah,
around his room and not have to worry about it, he can condition the snake to be used to that. They
that's
learn
smart.
routines and they're very smart. So
That big old head, girl.
yeah.
She
That's
got
how I
Every
teach my
I
carpet.
swear when you pick these up and you haven't picked them up, I don't know, even in a week or something, it's like they just grew
like
more.
her head is huge.
Yeah.
Since the last
She
time I picked her
is,
up.
She
and
shed
she's not
out
even
like
as
two
big as
days
she
ago.
get, right? Yeah,
No, she's a mainland retic.
yeah.
She's
So she'll
way,
just
way
keep
bigger.
growing a little bit.
I mean, if I that's what I was saying about food. If I pounded her with food, I could have got her like 20 feet.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's
And
just no reason to do that because I like her and I want to keep her
yeah,
around. You
I
know?
love that. I love that logic so much.
Yeah, like why am I killing my pet just to make her big when she's already a giant species of snake? If I just chill
Yeah,
and feed her normal, then it sorry, baby. If I just chill and feed her normal, then like in a couple years
love
she'll be over
Courtney.
15 feet regardless of what I do.
Yeah,
She's like slender now,
and
but
she's
she's
lean.
already over 9 feet, closing in on 10 feet.
Wow,
So and I know that because she has an 8 foot cage and now she's like stretching around the corner.
through it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So in a couple of years she'll be over 15 feet and I don't have to do anything special. So why would I overfeed her? I just don't
yeah.
get that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
When I first came into the carpets, I was worried because you know how when you buy dogs, the bigger heads or you're buying for a certain
Yeah,
look.
the
And
paws,
I
yep.
kept seeing yeah, and I kept seeing the big head carpets and I'm like, I don't want that. But then I found out it was just some people pound on the food and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Your carpet
yeah.
doesn't need to eat rabbits,
Yeah. Oh my god, I couldn't imagine. Even Wrangler, I couldn't feed a rabbit to. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like people ask me with Brettles. I have some Brettles right now. People ask me, I know you have Brettles too. But yeah, people ask me with Brettles, they're like, oh, what am I going to do when it gets 10 feet? And I'm like, it'll probably just be 6 or 7 feet. You don't have to feed it all crazy, you know? And
Yeah.
same, it's true with scrub pythons too. The ones that we have over here in the US. Yeah, you could get it 12 or 14 feet, but why would you do that? And if you're trying to breed it, it's counterproductive as well. So there's just no reason to do all that and get it like super fat and stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's no reason to do it. But yeah,
I
she's
want a
super
long
sweet.
living snake for sure. She's
Eva's a good
beautiful.
girl.
Even
She's very sweet. She's a great animal ambassador. If we have friends come over and we can put this snake in their hands and it's not trying to do anything to them, it's not trying to hurt them, like kind of like what we were talking about backstage,
Yeah.
it's a really good thing for them to remember like snakes aren't bad. And that'll be even more true as she gets bigger. So that's kind of why I got her, that she's really an awesome animal ambassador. We'll go ahead and get
Love that.
Athena out next even though she's decided to sit in her water bowl so that yeah she's decided to be a fish.
Let her be.
You want to lock her, bunny?
Yeah.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah, you got to
So
lock
yeah,
the bigger
Athena's
ones,
our
right?
boa.
You got to lock the bigger ones. They're easier to escape,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
It's just the cages really. It's if they push they could probably slide it open, plus we have kids that could slide it open.
Big
And
Kyle.
it's
Oh,
mostly it's less of a safety issue and more of an escape issue.
Baby Kyle for sure.
that makes sense. I didn't even think about the kids. My kids moved out, so yeah, but that makes sense.
Snakes will
I would get
absolutely
nervous if
escape
my
if you
nieces
let
were
them.
here. Yeah.
You gonna okay, let's go. So Courtney's grabbing Athena out. Athena is our boa.
And she's
Go,
so
Courtney.
wet.
Yeah, she's in shed.
She's
So
super
she was sitting in her water because, they like that humidity when she's in shed. Not that her cage isn't bioactive and humid already, but
I'm gonna do zoom
she
in.
likes the water bowl.
Say hi to Alex and just the compression.
She's about
Oh,
4 years old, little more than 4 years old.
I've
We got
recently
her
fallen in love
from
with boa constrictors.
Oh, they're so
she is triple het for absolutely nothing. So
They're like big girl.
She's
she
perfect
sits a
though. She
plain
doesn't need
Jane
to be.
boa. What'd you say?
She's perfect. She doesn't need to be het for anything.
Right.
And I don't feed her all crazy either. You could see like Boas are supposed to have like a bread loaf shape, and you can see it. You see this line on the side right here?
Yes.
They should all have that. Justin, let's go. Yeah.
Justin,
Yeah. Yeah, Justin has been to our house and met our wonderful family. And Kyle Jr. was riding around on a tricycle like Saw when he came in.
An embodiment of Washington spirit.
Yeah,
So
that's
just
awesome.
like his
Justin's
dad,
awesome.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly what I was telling you backstage.
You got to get me the adult trike, and then we could double it up for Halloween.
Spirit animals.
Okay.
But
They'd
yeah,
love
you
to
see
you
how
guys
like
coming for candy.
very square animal,
Yes.
not underfed at all by any means,
No.
but not fat.
I love the athletic look in the snakes. Way more than
Yeah, I
like
mean,
yeah.
there's just no reason to do it any other way, in my opinion. You know, and yeah, it's like, it's kind of crazy that people have this weird expectation of snakes. What's up, Lance? How's it going? But yeah, people have this weird expectation of snakes that, like, oh, that snake's too skinny in the wild, and it's like it's supposed to look like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not talking about like a diseased snake with its tail like chopped off or something. I'm talking about like any snake you would see. Oh, well, that's a wild snake. It's too skinny. Well, that's what it's really supposed to look like. So
Yeah.
you want me to
She's
get Tinker?
gorgeous.
You should get her on. Yeah, so Tinkerbell's our corn snake. Courtney's gonna grab her. I'm not super into. I like certain colubrids. I'm not super into corn snakes, but Tinkerbell is really pretty. She's really pretty.
I'm gonna zoom in. Totally worth zoom in for that one.
Yeah, so she actually does have some genetics. My buddy Dan at Shack Scales produced her, and she is het A male, and she's het A male and het ultra, and she is actually motley as well. But the hets right there of these two different genes, they are allelic, so they sit on the same allele and make a visual effect, which is why she's orange. So that
She's
trait
gorgeous.
making her orange is actually hets for two traits.
And I love the little circles that go down her.
Yeah, the circles are the motley.
It's so pretty.
That's beautiful.
She's
Almost-
a sweetheart.
almost
She's
like-
actually a proven breeder,
Very
but
sweet.
we don't want to we have no interest in breeding her. My buddy, we got her from him, and we just literally hand her to kids, keep her as a pet.
Literally.
When people come over, they can hold her. You know what I mean? If they don't want to hold like a reticulated python, they can hold a corn snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
They're
colubrids.
super
I love
easy to
looking
keep.
at colubrids, but I would not.
Yeah.
I'm just not a colubrid girl either. So, but
That's
I love
okay.
looking at them.
Yeah, the colubrids I like are like Vietnamese blue beauties, king rat snakes,
And
Ganya
beautiful
Soma.
orange snakes like that are beautiful too, which I
Yeah,
love.
this is the prettiest corn snake. I was like, just shocked by how she looked. And she actually has a daughter that looked just like her.
Just like her.
But yeah, she's adorable. We love her.
And the funny thing is, before I seen a corn snake in person, we got her, and when he opened the top, the little cutest face popped out, and I was like, why does her face look so cute?
Because they are very cute
little
face.
face and the beadiest little eyes, and she's like, this is one of my favorites too.
They're very non-threatening to people.
Which is up my alley.
Yeah, which is wonderful.
For me.
Oh, you know what? You like carpets, I'll get Smiley out.
Arachnid Cat said I gotta bring Levi over. Arachnid Cat said I gotta bring Levi over for Kyle.
Levi's her nephew, right?
Yes.
I know she has a
Bring them
invitation
over.
over here. Kat, you are welcome whenever you want. Come over here. So this is my coastal carpet python.
Oh.
He's actually het for a Xanthic, but and a Xanthic het has a visual effect. There's a lot of debate about whether it's actually even recessive. I really don't believe it is. I think it's incomplete dominant. But aside from all that,
Gorgeous.
yeah, he's my pet, and he's a cool snake. And yeah, he's really cool. He's like 4 years old, and as you can see, for a 4-year-old coastal, once again, I haven't fed him all crazy either.
Yeah, no, he looks super healthy.
He's nice too. And yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so like I'm not super into getting snakes, fat and stuff like that, or rushing to get them big, especially species that are going to get big anyways. There's just no reason.
Yeah.
And coastal carpets really don't have to be ginormous. You know, people think that they have to be, but they really don't.
I'm doing the same thing with Monarch. I found out she's actually 6 instead of 5, but I'm still like, I'm not rushing to get her any bigger. She'll get big on her own. She's Brettles, so.
Yeah, and there's no reason to. And you know the average size for Brettles is 6 feet. Did you know that?
I did not.
The
Wrangler's
average size for a
8.5.
Brettles python is 6 feet. And then the
Oh
biggest
my
one was
God.
around 10 feet that was ever found. And you'll hear that 10 feet number more than you'll hear the normal number. Because
I
people
don't think I've
always say
heard 6.
maximum size.
Yeah. And I didn't grow Wrangler. I got Wrangler when he was 8, but
Yeah. Yeah, it's
wow.
surprising once you get into these snakes that are adults and you see like, or that have been taken care of correctly. And you see like what the true size is. Or sometimes you could see a snake and you're like, okay, they overfed that one a little. Or sometimes you'll see stuff a lot of times on social media where you're like, oh my God, you know, they overfed
Do you like
that a
carpets,
lot.
Courtney?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, again, I told you I am I'm into anything that's docile.
Yeah, she'll hold Smiley. She used to hold. He used to sit on her hand while she worked when she had a work from home job, and he was a lot younger. He would just sit there on her hand. He would ruin her desk, but he would sit there on her hand, and like sometimes he'll start moving and move all around her desk, and I'll hear her in there arguing with Smiley.
Yeah, these are.
And she's like, "Why would you knock that over? You know, like whatever.
I love that.
Like you can't just do whatever you want."
Yeah, like these are our children. Like enjoy.
Yeah, she's over there just scolding a coastal carpet python. Yeah.
That's why I take the aggressive behavior very.
Someone's got to, right?
Yeah, because he's not going to do it. He's not going to hold them accountable. I have to.
That's right. She has to discipline the snakes because I don't discipline the snake.
You're softy. Yeah. You let them do what they want.
All right.
I'm
Rick's
the fun
a softy
dad
in this house too. Yeah. I'm the bad guy in this house too.
Yeah, it's okay to be the bad guy sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Y'all have to see Siren. Oh yeah, I know who you're talking. Now, I thought Siren on their end. Yeah, Siren is my rough scaled. She loves her. So.
Rough scale pythons are so cool.
Yeah.
So since I'm now like going to be switching around a lot and stuff like that, we're over here sanitizing our hands and stuff, but I'm going to actually start wearing gloves and throwing the gloves out after certain groups of snakes. But
yeah, that's super
I'm going
important.
to show you. What do you want to see next? Do you want to see ball pythons or white lip python adults?
Do some ball pythons. That would be awesome.
All right,
I know you got a couple of ball pythons.
I don't even know I have any because I barely post them at all. But I actually have some cool ball pythons.
I'm so sad how people are getting away from them completely. Like you see, I know that it's needed because a lot of people are overbreeding them right now, but they still need to be talked about and still need to be loved. And
I have opinions on overbreeding and all that stuff. Like, I'm not super concerned about overbreeding because I do believe that we all have a duty to expand the market as a whole. So right now, like this YouTube channel, if someone stumbles upon this that has never seen snakes and they see these snakes, they're like, that is cool. Yeah. And you have now expanded the market by a person. And if you can continue to educate and expand the market, we can't overproduce anything. You know what I mean? And ball pythons bring a lot of people in. The only reason I'm getting away from them is I'm limited on space. And I know the world needs the white lip pythons from me.
Yeah, they do.
More than they need the ball pythons from me. Yeah. You know, and I am more passionate about the white lip pythons as well. Yeah. So that's a reason. But we do still have some cool ball pythons. Like this guy right here.
Beautiful.
So he's an Enchi pinstripe desert ghost tech clown pied. And Courtney's right for actually backing up because this guy will actually bite occasionally.
I know.
He will actually. we actually have some ball pythons that will straight up bite you.
Yeah. I'm
so, which is really funny considering the stuff that we have. You know what I mean? People would not think that. But some people come over here and almost get bit by a ball python. You know, people that I let hold them. I'm not going to let a kid hold a snake that might bite them. You know.
Yeah. Probably
you see him squaring up a little bit with the camera right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's checking it out still too. He's a lot better than when I got him. He was actually just rapid fire biting. But yeah, he's a funny snake. He really is.
That's not funny.
Yeah, so actually, Lance, I got you. So at the end of the season, I will be selling all my breeders. The first to go will be males like this guy right here. And this is actually a high-end, ball python. He's visually has a recessive. He's het for 2 recessives, and stuff like that. Jeremy, what's up? Jeremy, it was cool meeting Jeremy at the All-American show. He's really awesome. I hung out with Lance there too. But yeah, Lance, you definitely. I have a list, and I can just send it to you of what'll be available at the end of the season. I would be very proud if it went to somebody like you. Yeah, G Paul, you as well. So let me know and stuff like that. But yeah, I know that there's a ball python called the banana, but this snake looks like a banana to me, like a literal banana.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking pattern and stuff like that. So that's a ball python that looks pretty cool. I'll show you guys one that we produced, unless he's locked up with the female. Let me see.
G-Paw's saying, send me a list.
I absolutely will, G-Paw.
Is that my baby?
Yeah.
G-Paw's a good guy. Yeah, this is Maui.
No, it's not my baby. It's not Patrick.
You want whole patches? We go to one.
Give me my baby. Patches grew up in my pouch. When I wear sweaters, I'll stick her in my sweater pouch. And she's now a big girl.
She one that you named?
Did I name her? Yeah, no, I did name Patches. Yeah, she's one that I named, but she was such.
She's not.
She was like the run of the litter, though.
Yeah, so we had when Courtney says she's big, like she's now eating. She's not.
Yeah, she's not very big, but she was like the run of the litter when we got her, and she became my little pocket baby.
She was a very troublesome feeder. Very troublesome. And she's like 4 years old. And you see, okay, so this is a snake that I produce.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally, this is actually a really good comparison. She's a little bigger than he is now. But this is a snake that I produced that is 1 year old and some change. That is a 4-year-old female next to him. So like literally,
Wow.
they're pretty similar. She's a little thicker because she's really taken to the food now. But she had a lot of trouble getting going. And there was a point when they were literally like the same size. And he's never missed a meal since I got him.
He's beautiful. I love that combo.
I know, it's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, these are super cool. So this one is actually a blackhead pied clown. So G-Paw loves clowns. This is a clown pied blackhead. And this one is an orange dream pied leopard het clown. But yeah, she's absolutely awesome. This guy's absolutely awesome. They're pretty snakes for sure. I always like pied stuff. Like I'm not breeding for the next top end gene, and I never was with ball pythons. I just bred stuff I thought was pretty.
Beautiful. And no, you can't have one, Rick. Sorry, my husband says he wants one. No more.
Yeah, let him be great. Let him have one.
I have 3 ball pythons that I know I can never get rid of because of my husband. So not that I would, but they're staying here because of him for sure. They're his favorites.
You gotta stick with what he loves.
Yeah, he didn't even like snakes in the beginning.
You know what? Though I didn't either. I didn't either. When I say I didn't like snakes, like I didn't even want to see them. That was the agreement between me and Kyle. If you get Athena, make sure I don't see her. I want to see you feed them. I don't want to see it. And then curiosity just killed everything. And I'm like, why is she not biting you? Why are you not losing fingers? What's going on? And he's like,
why are we in the hospital?
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what is she doing? She just was sitting there, and I'm like, this can't be a true story because I've seen snakes on a plane.
Yeah,
and that can't be true.
Yeah,
and Anaconda, she's definitely sizing you up.
J-Lo lied to us, and now Jack Black is lying to us too.
Stop it!
How funny! I know the new Anaconda was pretty funny. How funny!
But yeah, I didn't like snakes at first either, but of course I have my favorites.
Belle.
She is okay. She's definitely getting a zoom in. Sorry, guys, I have to zoom in. These snakes deserve it.
This is the mom of the clutch.
That's our Belle baby.
Wild caught female. I literally just woke her up from a nap. But
she's beautiful and she's just sweet.
I think people relate to Courtney really well. And it is weird calling you Courtney.
Don't do
But
it.
I think that people relate to her really well because she is newer. And she has a lot of those sentiments that people that are newer have. You know what I mean? So I think that she is really relatable.
I mean, you can be.
Wow.
You can. Two things can be true. You can love snakes and not
Well,
be scared of them.
literally, we will hand this snake to children.
If you see me holding it, a kid can hold it. Literally.
This is
She's
a wild caught
so
northern white lip
beautiful,
python.
guys.
Yeah, Belle is my favorite. Belle and Beastie.
This is a savage, angry beast that everybody's so scared of.
I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people when I first Googled them. They said, "Oh, you need to
That's
be
what
a
it
pretty."
says.
Yeah.
It is
You need
not
to be an
true.
experienced keeper for them.
As much as people say I could never, like they're so aggressive, I have never had that experience while he's been keeping white lip python. Like I've never seen one so aggressive that he has to back up when he opens the cage, or you gotta he said you just can't hold it. It's never like that.
We have one white lip python that's cage defensive.
But once he's
As an
out, he's
adult.
cute.
Yeah. Once he's out, he's chill, yeah.
And do they musk a lot? Because they also say that about them.
No.
Ugh.
We have one wild caught male that's super old and scarred up, like he's literally been through life. Yes,
Yeah.
Beastie. And if he's really full of food, like if you gave him an exceptionally big meal, and then the next day you go and just grab him all crazy,
Yeah.
he'll musk on you.
Yeah.
Wow, hold on.
But-
I'm gonna mute my mic for 2 seconds.
No problem. So you actually reminded me of a story. So you asked about Muss, and then one time BC. So I gave him a meal that was a little bit bigger than normal. I went in to pick him up, and he raised his tail up in the air like this, stuck his cloaca out, and just went like this, and just shot musk everywhere, right? And then I turn around, and my dog is sitting behind me with a urate just in the middle of his head.
Oh my gosh.
Just sitting there politely. I'm not gonna lie. I stopped and took a picture for Courtney before I cleaned him off. And then I said it to her. But yeah, that was super funny. But no, like she's never tried to musk on me. Not a single one of the babies I hatched out musked on me at all.
Nope.
And I
Wow.
only got bit by one of them one time, and it was actually right out of the. Allison loves stories like that. It was actually right out of the egg. So one of the snakes slithered right out of the egg. And should I number 3? I'm not even sure what you're talking about in this context, Lance. But it slithered right out of the egg, and like literally it peeked out into the world. It saw me, it slithered out and bit me and wrapped me.
Oh yeah.
This is
I was
first
like,
choice.
All right. And that one I actually got it to eat before it even had its first shed. I was
wow.
this one is gonna eat. Like there's
So
no chance it doesn't eat. So it ended up being good.
Yeah.
What'd
Are
you
they
say?
hard to
What'd you
feed?
say?
I didn't even ask.
They're not bad. They're really not bad. I mean, most of them, their first meal is just a frozen thawed mouse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's not super difficult. Yeah, Lance. Yeah, most of them, their first meal is like not that difficult. But I had a couple that were a little bit tricky. One of them I got eating chicken hearts. It literally took a chicken heart off tongs. And one
That's
I did
incredible.
assist feed. So I was going to assist feed it with chicken tongs. And then I literally just tried off chicken heart. I literally just tried off tongs first. And then I ended up successfully just feeding it off tongs. Like it was a frozen thawed prey item. So
And do you like tongue feed, like assist feed right away, or do you give it a couple weeks or?
I gave it 2 months.
Okay.
I literally gave it 2 months for its, food instinct to try and kick in. I had 2 left, and then one of them did eat because I waited. And then the other one, I was like, you know what? It's time to go. Let's go for it. And I assist fed it twice a week because at that point, you've shown me that you really don't know how to survive. You know what I mean? And I have no problem assist feeding an animal that I don't want to say I brought it into the world, but I kind of did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I physically created it, right? But it wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me breeding it. You know what I
Very
mean?
true.
So I literally know people, that don't assist feed animals at all. They'll let stuff just die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like that one was too weak or whatever. But like if I brought a snake here, I'm gonna make sure I do everything I can to make it live. And the wild part is it usually works. You know, I mean, so like if you're just more stubborn than the snake, like there's some snakes that will literally spit the food out and you got to do it all over again. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
if you don't
And
get
it's
it
like,
down.
yeah, like they'll just sit there and
Yeah.
flap around and then they'll push up from the bottom part of their body. And I'm like, why are you trying to die? And I'm trying to keep you
Yeah.
alive. You know, and you got to sit there and be more hard. You have to be gentle at the same time, not hurt them, but you got to keep them alive and be more stubborn than them. And it's just
Yeah.
dealing with that stressful moment of having to assist feed and stuff like that. If you can be more determined than the snake, then you're usually going to be fine. So, you know, they'll usually turn that corner, and then one day you'll look in there and you'll be like, today's the day. You look like you want to eat, you know, and you'll feed them. Yeah.
I
So that's really
yeah.
cool.
I have a
Yeah,
picky eater.
Belle's a
I'm gonna have to
sweetie.
start assist feeding. So
And that's
not
fine. And if you have to keep a snake alive, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
She's confusing though. She'll eat like at 2 weeks, and then she'll eat at like 4 weeks, and then the longest she went was 6 weeks, and then one time she ate at a week, but now she's like at 3 weeks. So I'm just gonna start assist feeding her every week.
Oh, like my
She's
3-year-old.
she's an
Yeah, I mean,
albino carpet.
what is she?
She's an albino carpet cross, and so I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Maybe, maybe not. You might want to try switching prey type and stuff like that. Or sometimes with heat pit pythons, sometimes you gotta and you. It's also good to see what the last person that had her was feeding her to.
Yeah,
So like
I was
they could have had some routine that you don't know about, or they were feeding
yeah.
a different prey type that you don't know about. Maybe that snake only ever ate an African soft fur only, and what you're
I did
feeding it
just order
doesn't
some
smell
of
like
those.
food. I'm not saying it was that specifically,
Yeah,
but I'm just
yeah,
making up a random example. You know, it might want chicks, it might want quail, it might want live, it might want this or that or the other. And usually it helps to give it what it wants first, at least once or twice, and then give it what you want. But you have to find out what
yeah,
it wants. So if you can find out from whoever you got it from, you know, hopefully they're contactable and you could just ask them, you know,
yeah.
that'll help you a lot.
Well, she can assert her dominance on the snake.
Oh, God, don't even say that.
You can just assert your dominance on your snake. It'll work every time.
I was doing a TikTok live, and I used to let anybody that wanted to join come on.
Oh
Anybody.
my gosh.
So if you popped up, I don't have to know you at all. Some guy popped up. I didn't know him, never met him. He popped up and he was like trying to tell people in general, everybody, like the viewers. He was like, "You guys need to assert your dominance on your ball pythons." And then
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
"What?"
That's what you get for having random people on, Kyle.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it.
It definitely made for a good live. I will say that. But
How
you're totally
funny.
right. That is
It is
exactly
funny. It's
cause and
how
effect of
do
that.
you do that?
Oh my God,
I would
Midas.
love to know. Oh no, I'm gonna back up.
I'll have to remember that when she's not eating. I'll definitely try it. I'm joking. I won't be trying that, but
Yeah, and so just give her eye contact and let her know like I'm the boss. And it works every time.
All right, so
Oh, let me move. No thanks.
this is my only white lip python that can be a little funky.
A little is
And
you
he
can't
is
chase Courtney off.
so Courtney already knows. So he's tricky, like he's mostly cage defensive, but some of it carries out of the cage for the first couple of minutes, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I know him pretty well. And also I know what the worst possible outcome is. It's not that bad. He's a non-venomous snake, you know. But this guy's pretty, man. Look at him.
He's beautiful.
He's the most golden northern white lip python I have. His name
I was
is
just going to
Midas.
ask you, is he golden?
Yeah,
I love
and
that
he's
name.
actually U.S. captive bred, and he's 13 years old.
Holy cow.
He is awesome.
Wow.
I love this guy.
Do you know who produced him?
Chris Canarosi, Mystic Reptiles, not even in business anymore.
That's
He was out of
unfortunate.
Florida. Yeah. He used to be owned by Ben Rennick as well, which is actually a really cool fact. I don't know if you know who Ben Rennick is, but he's a legend. And then my buddy Will used to work for him, Will Philippek, and I got him from Will. So I am fourth owner of this beautiful animal right here. But
he's so nice to you.
yeah, he's not bad once you get him out for a bit.
You know,
He's gorgeous, so I would put up with the attitude too, though.
yeah, and it's really not that bad. Like,
Yeah.
but he'll bite you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Especially right when you're taking him out, and he's slick. Like he'll wait until he can get your face, and he'll go right
Oh,
for your face.
See?
So he's a little funky in that way. But once you get him out, he calms down a lot. But you just can't trust him for that first couple minutes, and never 100%. But he does get to like 90 something. You know, like he's pretty
wow.
cool. Like right now, I see him turning around, so I just reposition him or whatever like that. Or if I had to, I could always do a spin. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll hold a snake higher up like this. That way, I'm limiting how hard he could strike me, anyways. You know what I mean? Does
Oh,
that make
so going
sense?
higher? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, like right here, how much could he really coil if
Yeah.
I'm all the way up here? He could bite me, but it's not going to have a lot of pop to it.
Okay.
You know
I'm
what I
gonna
mean?
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it works well with a snake that you know could bite you. But to be honest, I've had him out for this long, and he's not gonna
He's
bite me
been
at this
really
point.
nice for you guys.
Yeah, he's not gonna bite me at this point. And I had him out earlier today, so that's probably part of it too.
He knows we're admiring him, so he's being on his best behavior.
Paint me like one of your French women.
He's gorgeous.
Yeah, he's cool. He's decently big northern too.
Yeah, I was gonna
Definitely
say,
cool.
how big is he?
Somewhere in between 6-7 feet. And this is
A lot of people don't measure
basically
their snakes, I find.
I just guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's about as big as you're ever going to see a northern white-lipped python in general, male or female. A female could get a little thicker, but he's lean and he is strong. When he holds on to you, you could feel the strength. But a lot of people don't realize this, and white-lipped pythons are a good example of this. In species of python that combat each other during breeding season, the males do male-to-male combat. The males can
Wow.
get bigger than the females.
See,
So a
and
lot
that's
of
what Nick
people don't
Mutton
realize
was
that.
telling me. Yeah, Nick Mutton was telling me that about the Brettles
Yes,
too.
Nick
A lot of
is
people.
great. I talk to Nick
Yeah.
all the time. That is my boy. I love Nick Mutton. And
He's amazing.
he is absolutely right. Like he has about a lot of things. If Nick says something like that, you know that he has scientific backing behind it. But it is totally true in a lot of carpets, and it's true in white-lipped pythons as well. And pythons in general, the ones that combat each other, the males can actually get bigger than the females. So this snake was actually originally thought, you know, by its first couple owners to be a female. So they fed it like they were raising up a female, and it got bigger than the females and never produced. And then, you know, and then what'd you say?
Did they put males in with him?
Not with him, but I actually got another one in with him when I got him, and they put males in with that one, and it would bite him up and wrap him.
Oh no! So yeah, it definitely was a male then.
Yeah, they were both males. So there was two males that I ended up getting that were raised as females, and they were very big northern white-lipped pythons. And I liked the color on him, so I kept them. But yeah, they were actually brothers. But yeah, like, you know, so you can definitely get these big, but they don't necessarily have to be, you know.
And he's not unhealthy either though. No. He's and you could tell I don't feed this guy a whole lot. Like he probably eats 10 times a year. You know, or something like that.
That's amazing.
So like yeah. Yeah, and,
so
and he's mostly eating birds.
So quail and chicken?
Yeah, basically, because I don't know if you know this about white-lipped pythons, they will spit up hairballs.
Yep. I did not know that. Wow.
Okay. Cool.
It's gross.
Sometimes I forget what people do and don't know. Yeah. And that's something a lot of people actually don't know. Yeah, so they do spit up hairballs. It does look weird.
It does.
Like Courtney said, it definitely looks weird.
Furry piece of poop.
They do it with these Norwegian. They do it, and it doesn't smell though, which is interesting. I haven't put my face rate on it or something, but you can't smell an odor coming from it. It probably has some sort of odor, but it's not very strong. But
that's good. Then.
Yeah, it's good that I didn't put my face on it too, right? But but
boys
yeah,
like to smell things, so
yeah, you know, taste it, right? Smell it, taste it first, before you throw it in the trash. But sorry, this is going left. But yeah, so like the Norwegian rats we have in captivity, for whatever reason, they cannot process the hair, so they just spit it up. and I've actually done a really good video and stuff like that about them spitting it up. We should show it. But yeah, about them spitting up hairballs, and somebody from overseas in Europe actually let me use footage of their snake actually physically doing it, spitting
Oh
up a
wow.
hairball. It's hard
What
to
a
catch them doing it, but it does come out of their mouth, and they shake it. They like shake and then kind of tremble, and they spit it up, like push it forward with their muscles, and they spit up a hairball. And they do not really tend to do it with birds, from my experience, as much. Now I have talked to Lisa. Do you know who Lisa is?
there's a couple oh
Lisa
no, I do know who
Farina.
yep. Yep.
Yes, I
She's
think I'm pronouncing
white
her
list for
last
her
name
thing.
right.
Yes.
Lisa's so nice, but she has
She's
told me
awesome.
that hers have spit up gray hairballs from certain birds. So
Really?
if they encounter something, and I don't know if it was mixed with rodents, because I've gotten a hairball like that, but it was rodents. I fed smaller meals of rodents mixed with birds, so it was like a mixture of rodent hair and birds. But yeah, they'll actually spit up hairballs of things they can't process, and I find that they
What
do really well with chickens and quails.
what an
So,
incredible like way to make sure that doesn't become impacted. Like how and is it just
yeah,
unique to them? Do other snakes do it, you think? I'd
There
have
are
to
other pythons that do it. I've heard of Timors doing it. I have heard claims of ball pythons doing it. I've never seen anything like that with a ball python. I have heard people tell me that they've seen it, but Timors, it is known to be common with them, and it definitely does happen in other snakes. All the ones I've heard were pythons, but that's just
he's
what I've
amazing.
heard. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And these guys do it commonly. Like those babies, once they get to about a medium mouse, they start spitting them up consistently. So it's like the more
Oh,
hair is that is on the prey. Like if I fed this guy, for example, a medium or large rat, I guarantee you I'm getting a hairball. And it'll be
ugh.
there.
And probably
Go
not
ahead,
smart to
Heather.
feed them hairless rats or anything, and they're probably harder to get a hold of hairless
Yeah, they're
rats, but
just hard to get.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've tried different things. Rodent Pro had a sale on guinea pigs. I've tried guinea pigs, hamsters. Neither one of those produced a hairball for me. And
And
they are
then
rodents. So
and I don't know,
rats definitely.
somebody asked about your carpet python. If you weren't in the beginning, there is a carpet python that he brought out earlier
Oh, okay.
today.
You know what? I got you, G-Paw. So we're going on about an hour right now. I think I'll hang in here for like an hour, 30 minutes. I'll get to some other snakes. And I'll actually, since G-Paw is watching, I will show you your Papu and carpet python. So give me a
Oh,
second. I'll work to that, G-Paw. I definitely got you.
My mind is good night.
Midas is a good guy at heart. He really is
you
not
guys are
that bad.
awesome in the chat. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, thank you
Everybody
guys
in
all
the
for
chat.
coming out and supporting.
Yeah, thank you. This
Yeah.
is my first podcast, guys.
Yeah, thanks for supporting
Thank you
Heather's
so
new
much for coming on,
podcast,
Courtney.
Courtney's first podcast appearance ever. Thank you guys
She
for
needs to do
supporting.
more. She's great,
Yeah,
right,
she's
guys? She
good.
needs to
She's
do more.
Awesome, right?
Yeah.
She's awesome. She's personable. She knows how to talk to people,
She's
make a good
beautiful.
conversation.
This
So,
is his thing.
Justin, are you still in the chat?
Support.
Pressure Pythons. If he's not, he's going to be jealous because he knows people that are still in the chat. I'm going to show his snake right now. Let me see. Oh, you know what? And if he's not in the chat, I'm not going to show it because she's in the chat. If he's in the chat
earlier,
what are you doing?
you're being cute.
That one is
Come out and play.
Yeah, they all do. So I'm going to show you a hypo
pet stonewash bridles.
Is that G-pop?
No, so he has a Papu and carpet, but his is actually upstairs. So
Okay.
I will have you distract the masses while I go run and get that in a minute. But yeah, this is a
Beautiful.
hypo head stonewash Brettles. This is a 2-year-old male. I actually have like 5 of these left that are available, and these are available right now if anyone wants them, including
they
this
find
specific
those?
one.
Just DM me on Instagram. A lot of my stuff never makes it to Morph Market. I do actually have 2 of these listed on Morph Market, but a lot of my stuff never quite gets there and stuff like that. So it's really easier to DM me to see what I have available. But these are such cool snakes. They're already switched to rats, and they're
beautiful.
pretty snakes. So yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. But yeah, they I like the tails on these,
how they get darker towards the tail. Brettles are so cool. I actually put out a really good
I'm not
YouTube video
biased
about
or
Brettles
anything.
too. What'd you say?
They're literally. I'm not biased or anything, but that's
Yeah, you're not
stunning.
biased. You just love them.
They're just your
Yeah,
favorite.
just my favorite. They.
Okay.
I will never
Oh, you
forget
know
when I
what? The
first saw
last thing I'll
Wrangler.
hit on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kyle.
No, you're good. You didn't interrupt me. I was listening to my dog go crazy about an Amazon driver. But yeah, so the last thing I'll actually show from down here, and then I'll start running up and getting other animals, is the southern white-lipped pythons. So I will actually show you a male real quick. These
And you
are
get to see the
newer,
difference.
and they're newer to my collection, so they're not as comfortable with me. And these specific ones have more of a
Oh, are these
nervous
the new ones you just
personality.
got? Are these the ones you posted?
Yeah, these are relatively recent. I got them a bit ago, but I made the decision to keep them very recently. So I've just now made the decision to keep these, and this is actually the male. So he's pretty like fast, hyperactive, moving, a little bit scared, but he's so pretty. So this is a
He's
2-year-old
beautiful.
southern white-lipped python male,
Oh,
and he's actually a Tanamera locality. So he is also U.S. captive bred. So he's awesome. And I actually have a female that I'm keeping as well. I had another female that I'm actually selling to my buddy Joseph. So at Lobes Exotics is already getting that female. And at one point I was going to sell all three. And then I was just like, I just can't do it. If I have both types of white-lipped pythons, that's just the perfect world for me. So I just have to do it,
yeah. And if you're producing them, might as well have both, right? And people don't cross them, right? You can't.
You can probably, but I'm not going to.
It's not. Yeah, people aren't. Yeah,
I'm not interested really in producing crosses.
hybrids.
Now that being said, like I'll show you in a few minutes. I actually have something that somebody else produced right now that is a cross. It's a southern barneck scrub cross.
Ooh,
I have a
I
couple
didn't
of
know that
them.
they do. I didn't know that they did the crosses with them too.
A lot of people do them. To be honest, it's a lot easier to get a southern to lay eggs. So if you take a barneck male and put it to a southern female, it's easier than taking a barneck male and putting him to a barneck female. A lot of times.
Okay.
And pythons can often breed more than one snake. And right now they're both labeled as Somalia amethystina. So they're both labeled the same species. Whether it'll stay that way is debatable, but so a lot of people don't see any harm in it. And
Yeah.
I honestly think a lot of crosses are beautiful. It's just not something I'm interested in producing. And like the scarcity of these, like I told you, this is a US captive bred southern. There's not a single one of these for sale right now on Morph Market. He's finally chilling out too, this guy. But like there's not a single one of these for sale on Morph Market right now. There's not a single northern white-lipped python that's captive bred for sale on Morph Market right now at all. And sometimes a couple times a year there will be, but typically most of the year there's not a single one for sale. You know what I mean? So we need more of this species before we start crossing them to other species. It's just my
Yes.
opinion. You know what I
Nope.
mean? And
Totally
these are
agree.
two
Yeah.
different species. They're not just different localities.
Yeah. And
This is
you can
actually a
tell.
different species than the northern.
And this one's darker, right? This one's.
They're darker. They have more elongated faces, which becomes really obvious the bigger they get. The southerns have longer faces, bigger heads, and they are brown almost to the point where they're black. The
Yeah.
northerns are gold on the sides at least. So they have the golden aspect to them. They have smaller heads, and southerns typically get bigger by like a foot. Not a whole lot different. You can get them a lot bigger. I've seen like 11-foot southerns, but you don't necessarily
Wow.
need to once
11.
again. Yeah, but like average size of them, we're talking about like a foot difference. But yeah, no, you could look it up, and they look like a what are those Motley Golden Child retic? Where they're like they look like a darker retic. Because someone's just fed them like crazy, and they're like, "Why won't it breed?" And it's like because it's not going to move for the next 3 months.
Yeah, or a year. If they're overfed that much, goodness. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I mean, it's like these can get big, but you just don't need to. You know what I mean?
I like to keep them athletic looking for sure.
Yeah, no, and it definitely works out on the breeding end too, in general. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be right back. I'll go ahead and get G-Paw snake. So G-Paw, I hope you hung around. I will be right back.
It's
And
okay. I'll
maybe you
give
can ask
Kyle his.
Courtney something, or she can do a magic trick for you.
Okay.
While I'm
No,
gone.
I'll give Kyle his roses while he's gone. Talk about his amazing community he's built. So
Yeah, he
Kyle,
has. Very proud
yeah,
of him.
I'm in a lot of like groups in the snake. Like I've joined a couple Patreons and a couple group chats, but there is not one group that I mean, and there's not talking bad on the other ones, but his group is the most supportive, most kind. Like everybody shares everybody's thing. Like I wake up in the morning, there's like 6 shares, and I'm like, how?
Yeah,
So
they're really good people, everybody, and he got them all over the world, and it's just it's good to see. And I tell him often, like, you see in different types of communities that it's always like crab in the barrel mentality. It's always a pig, like a hierarchy. It's
yep,
always something going on. But one thing that stands true in most of the like reptile community that I see, it's a lot of people who are open to knowledge and different truths, and a lot of things can be true at once. But I like the fact that everyone have different experiences with different things. You have people all over the world, and you guys all talk to each other, and I think that is so amazing. You have people from
it's
Australia.
special.
You have people who go to Papua New Guinea. Like I am a beginner in the reptile world with the pro, and I am just amazed at how good the community is to
It is.
him, especially when he first entered. It was like you get nervous. Yeah, like you get nervous coming into something unsure and not knowing. And you know, sometimes when you make mistakes, people are all down your throat. But even to this day, like you can see people come in with questions and everyone jumps in to help. And this is
Yep.
just been a 10 out of 10. Will always
Yeah.
recommend for me.
Same.
I trust you guys with him even when he's being crazy. But I'm just upset that this community doesn't check on me because he's crazy.
Yeah.
I
Start
am always
checking on
very
Courtney, guys.
tame and nice.
Yeah. And then you leave me here with Tarantula Mark and Kyle, and you guys keep sending him these t-shirts. And we gotta go to the grocery store. And he has Naked Ken and Hemi Peens on these shirts. So just letting you guys know I am not okay.
Okay,
As
we'll be
long as you
checking
don't
on
leave
you,
me,
Courtney.
Thank you.
as long
Thank
as
you
she
for-
doesn't leave me for Tarantula Mark,
Never,
then we'll be good.
ever.
Dickie Foster, what's up, man? How's it going? Oh, I appreciate that, Lance. Lance is a really good guy. Lance actually goes. This is G-Paw Snake, by the way. Lance actually goes to shows and buys people their first pet snake. Strangers. He will
Really?
literally find a stranger and buy them a pet snake for their first pet snake. He's
That's
a really nice guy.
incredible.
So yeah, that's nice of him to call me a nice guy. He's really actually a very nice guy. But yeah, this is a F1. Tristan, what's up? Tristan has the same hat. He has the matching hat to my shirt.
Tristan, I hope you don't embarrass
I
anyone.
appreciate that, Rhonda. I really appreciate that. I work hard on my Tarantula Mark segments. I got to do another one soon, actually. Rhonda's awesome. She drives around the country and delivers people tarantulas. So basically, she carries breeding loads around the country like Johnny Appleseed for tarantulas.
She's amazing.
But yeah,
Wow.
G-Paw, this is G-Paw's F1 Pop
I'm gonna
One
zoom
Carpet
in.
Python.
I forgot to zoom in.
Oh, you're totally good. This is a male right here. He's about 6 months old.
He's
And as you can
beautiful.
see, he's awesome. He's first gen. And I love the sides on Papuan carpets. There's so many different looks to Papuan carpets, though. You could get clutches that look completely different. They're hatched out red, so which is
Really?
really cool. Yeah, they are, and then they turn, different colors like this right here. And as you can see, carpet pythons aren't demons either. Like
Yeah, no.
Google might say. You know what I mean?
I
So
know. Google had me
really cool
worried in the
snakes.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, and this would be G-Paw's first carpet python. So G-Paw, I
Oh,
don't know if you're still in the
congrats.
chat, but this is a cool snake. You can see how chill he is. Super nice. I'm looming my giant human face right up against him, and he does not care. Right in front of his
He's a
face.
sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah, he's totally
How old
awesome.
is
Look
he?
at that. Literally like 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, super cool snake. Pop on carpets are really cool. Yeah, I have some. These are different. I actually have 2 more of these left for sale right now, and stuff like that. But they're super cool. Arachnid Cat's actually getting one.
Shout out Kit Kat.
Yeah, Kit Kat, and
She's
yeah,
that's getting a carpet.
yeah. So this is actually his snake. This is G Paw's exact
Oh.
snake.
Oh, I thought you
So
said
this
cat
will
too.
Cat is getting one too. Not this specific one, but she's getting the sister of this animal.
Yeah.
Congrats to both
So
you guys. You're gonna love it.
Yes.
yes, their carpets are awesome, and you can attest to that, Heather. They're totally awesome.
Yeah.
They're really cool snakes, and this will be actually a snake G-paw that you will be holding sooner rather than later. So, I'll go ahead and get out a really cool Brazilian rainbow boa, and I'll bring that back.
The fingerling.
And then I got a couple of scrubs that I'll show you guys.
I understand the black and yellow carpet. Those are my favorite for sure. It was my intro.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
I got lucky and got 2 wows. Originally I bought just a regular jungle, which is still gorgeous. And then I ended up not being able to get that one because a whole story, which I won't go into, but the community sold me a couple holdbacks, and I'm so thankful for them. They're so beautiful. So
It's funny because the Brazilian rainbow boa he brought down, I was scrolling through Instagram, like I'll say 9 months ago, and I was at my desk and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? And he was like, oh, that's a Brazilian rainbow boa. I was like, I gotta have it. And he's
It's
like, you don't even want to keep snakes. I'm like, it's not about that. It's about having a beautiful collection. That
Yeah.
and sunglows are like my heart of hearts. I dream
Oh,
about
yeah.
them. I dream about them. But the Brazilian rainbow boa iridescence. But this one he's
It's
about to bring out,
breathtaking.
it's super cute because it's really little and it loves to like wrap around your finger and just sit its head on the tip of your finger. It's really cute.
Is it sweet?
It's
A lot of
very
people talk.
sweet. If I can hold it again,
Yeah.
it's like puppy dog. But these are
You want to
beautiful
hold one?
animals. Yes. Oh, this is the fingerling I was just
Yes.
saying.
I'm
These are
definitely zooming in for
siblings.
these little guys.
You definitely need to, because these are only a couple months old. This right here is a hypo. Brazilian rainbow boa, 66% anery, and an anery looks like this. This is her brother. So an anery is supposed to mean lacking red and yellow. It's not entirely true, but they do lack some of it.
Look at you.
So
They're beautiful.
I really like how that hypo looks. This one right here is my favorite. These are both going to my buddy Reggie at the Morph Vault. So he has actually grabbed these plus a visually normal one that I have. But this anery one, you don't see these very often. So it's actually cool to actually see this just because it's different. But this hypo is super, super cute.
Gorgeous.
They have like these little like puppy dog, like cow eyes. I underestimated how cute these were going to be. This is my first time keeping Brazilian rainbow boas. So
I'm trying to convince him. I'm trying. Thank you for saying yet.
Yeah, and it's never a closed possibility with me and a species I like.
Keep going and encourage him to give me one, chat, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you guys think in the chat? Should I get one in the future?
And he's going to take care of it and feed it for me, and I'm just going to give it lots of cuddles.
It'll be for her.
Yeah, it'll be for
I'm
me.
going to feed it for her, not because I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you got this, babe.
I love that.
Yeah, these are super cool. And literally, my buddy, snagged a deal on these last night. So these have already been claimed and stuff like that. I know you're going to have a thumb war with him over it. There he is right there. Reggie, man, dude, these are your snakes.
Reggie, you stole my fingerling.
Yeah. This is the hypo. And this is the anery. So these are really cool. Along with a visually normal that's 66% het for anery and hypo as well. So he actually got a really cool group of these.
Oh.
That is super awesome. All right, so next I'm going to bring out 2 scrubs.
Cool.
So we'll do a pure patternless Highland scrub.
Reggie, this one's going to be late, okay?
Before you take off, do you have any oddballs you're holding out on me, Kyle? Something weird like my Sharon
Stop naming legless lizards after my mom, Tristan. Yes, yeah, you see the end of it? He wrote, I said it before I read that. He named his legless lizard Sharon, and that is my mom's name.
That is funny. Shout out to
Tristan, we could talk. I have these scrubs and stuff like that. The Brazilian rainbow boas are now gone. I got carpets. The scrubs, I don't know if you would consider that an oddball at all. They're not common, but I don't know if I would call them an oddball, but I'm someone that's into pythons. But I'll be right back with a really beautiful one.
Yeah, Reggie, that one's gonna be late. It promised me cuddles before it left.
Yeah. We'll have to talk Kyle into getting you like a Christmas gift if you don't have one by then.
You know, it's funny because we had come into a sun glow, and I just was so excited for the sun glow to get here, for it to get here and him take the top off of it, and the attitude was wild. It was hissing for like 5 minutes straight. I was like, this one doesn't like me, babe, and I think we need to,
get a different one.
This one is not as sweet as the ones I've been looking at online. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's my face. I don't know. But it doesn't like me. But it's funny because Kyle's like, this is awesome. It's so aggressive. He picks it up and it stops. Everything stops. It's just chilling on his hand. And I'm like, I am so scared out of my mind right now that I don't even think I can have an interaction. But it ended up being really cute. It's still very vocal. Was still very vocal the whole time we had it, and he ended up selling it. But
so the sun glow is the boa, the one that digs, right?
Yeah, but it's a really pretty snake. I'm in love with those. Like I said, in the rainbow boas.
Yeah.
When they get older, the iridescent is like chef's kiss.
I see on Instagram when you see those videos, there's really nothing.
And you know what? It's so funny because I'll take the phone to Kyle and I'm like, I want this. And he's like, you can't have that. That's like a $15,000 snake. And I'm like, you'll make it happen. You got connections.
Yeah. You'll make it happen.
He knows the guy. He's the guy.
So do you like Boleens?
You know what? I'm not a particular species type of girl, but I like any kind of snake like that's pretty and colorful. He made me fall in love with the white lips because when he first got them, I was like, they're really dark. I'm very scared. And he was like, watch this. And he took them outside. And I was like, and it was just amazing. I didn't even know they had a reputation of being like aggressive.
Take this one, Mike.
Yeah. It's what they write on Google. Nobody go to Google for your personalities on snakes. Don't do that.
Let's show them one at a time.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely don't for these because you will not find this one labeled as nice as this animal is right here. This is a patternless Highland scrub,
which is basically a color variant of Southerns.
The Highland type is like a more golden, sometimes even orangish like color variant of the Southern scrub python.
But these are so cool. This is actually a yearling. Its brother and sister are already claimed, but this one is actually available. And if someone, I know someone will get it, but whoever gets this is getting a super nice animal.
He's beautiful.
As far as temperament. Yeah. That was me dropping it. But yeah, like absolutely beautiful, right?
And you go to if you made it this far, you guys hit him up on Instagram or Facebook if you're interested in that guy.
Yeah, either one's fine.
Yeah. He's gorgeous.
Totally.
Their faces.
You won't find a single one of these captive bred on Morph Market right now either.
That's so sad. How big did these ones get?
That's another debatable thing.
Yeah.
They can get pretty big, like 12, 14 feet. They don't need to get 12, 14 feet though.
No.
They'll be fine around 8 feet, 9 feet. And when I say that, these are slender snakes. Like you can see how slender the snake is. That's how they're built. They have prehensile tails. These snakes, if you go herping and you're in Papua, or if you're lucky enough to go to Australia and find the king horneye, which is one of the biggest species of snake in the world. We don't have king horneye scrubs, but Somalia king horneye has been measured over 20 something feet. I'm converting it from meters. That's why I wasn't exact with that.
Yeah.
But
he's gorgeous.
They get a lot bigger and they're always all the way up a tree. They love to climb. Courtney is holding what I was telling you about, and it's the one I think is the prettiest of the cross. So if you could, I love the pattern on this. It's like there's a line going straight down the back.
Oof, beautiful.
And then it still has some of that baby color,
These are hatched out red as well. If you notice, this has a reddish tint to it. The gold is coming in, but it has that reddish tint. Look how it's trying to go straight up in the air.
Where are you going?
And Courtney's used to our pet. We have a pet Maruke that is just so mean.
Oh,
Like, or he was. He's now chilling out and stuff like that. All these scrubs that I have right now are just puppy dog tame. Like super chill. Look how inquisitive this animal is. Calm, chill, stuff like that. This
So
one will be
friendly.
available soon too. So these ones I had to sex and stuff like that when I got these in. This one appears to be a female. I'll be checking it a couple more times before I get it ready to go
where are you
and stuff like that. But I love the pattern on this one. And it is a cross. It is a barneck mixed with a southern. And it's broken that barneck pattern all up real funky. And it actually
It's
looks
so
super
The
cool.
head is really pretty.
Scrubs
Yeah.
are cool because they actually have these enlarged scales on their heads too. It almost looks
Yeah.
like 8-pack abs or
Yeah.
like a suit of armor
Let me see if I can
or something
Yeah.
like that.
show it. Come here. Show them your head.
Yeah, they always want to go. That's actually a pretty decent view of them. Yeah, you see how
Yeah, it
the
is.
scales on the head are much bigger?
Come here.
Yeah, I
That's
love that. It
something I
reminds me of a
always like
cobra.
about them. Yeah, they almost look like a dragon or something like that to me. And I really like that about them.
They're just, and
Scrubs are super
the
cool.
bar neck is beautiful. So mixed in
Yeah,
there.
and yeah, it's so cool. And the way it got broken up is one of the coolest parts. And I have 5 of these right now. These crosses.
Wow.
None of them are claimed yet because I've been getting them ready to go and stuff like that. Someone could put one on hold right now. But they all look different. Every single one has a different pattern.
Yeah.
This one down by the tail on like the sides, it literally looks like almost like a jaguar or something. Like right here on the
Wow.
side.
Let me see. This way?
Just the side of it, right? This. See if you can put it like.
There.
Yeah, I mean you kind of see it, but yeah, like
This is my first time. Sorry.
you're totally good. It's like I think you move one lane, it's the other way too, right? Or no?
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like a leopard. You can see it right now. Yeah, it's like a leopard or a jaguar almost, like the way it gets all crazy by the tail. I just love how these look. They're so
It
cool.
There you go.
totally is giving that jaguar vibe.
Yeah, totally.
It's too big.
And yeah, you're good, baby. That snake's doing a good
That is
job of
a
showing its own
beautiful
body
scrub.
all over the place like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are the real stars showing. I always feel bad because you guys are the ones having to do all the work. That's the
No,
only
you
thing I've
should. Like I was
noticed.
saying, sometime you could do it. Show off your
I
collection
know.
because you got a cool collection too.
Yeah. I want
Totally.
to see.
Yeah, yeah. These are probably the last 2 I'll show. But I
Yeah,
have
we're at
like 5 of
1 hour
these.
and a half.
This is the last one of these. These went really fast. So somebody, if you see this and you like it, get in contact with me. And
And
same
he's
with
got
that one
lots
right
of other
there.
things too, like carpets, right? And ball pythons.
Yeah, I don't have any ball pythons available yet, but when I do, they're gonna be fun. Oh yeah, I mean I have the adults. If you're interested in
Nice.
breeders and stuff like that, you can start talking to me about putting one on hold for when the breeding season's over.
But Patches goes last. Patches goes last.
Patches that grew up in the pouch.
Goes
Yeah.
Yeah. Patches will just stay. Just keep patches.
Patches
Yeah,
goes
we're
last.
actually kicking that idea around, so
Yeah.
we will definitely see.
She's mine.
Beautiful. You guys have been amazing. Is there anything else you want to say?
You know,
Or
if you're
bring
not
on others?
subscribed, then subscribe to Heather's Reptile Show and Tell right now
Yes,
because it's been an
it's
awesome show.
amazing.
Yeah.
You
totally
guys are
enjoy it.
amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
absolutely love being on here. Thank you so much for having
Thank
us.
you for having me.
Yeah,
Courtney,
guys,
you've
hit
been
the like
amazing too.
button. Definitely subscribe and stuff like that. Check her out on Instagram, Scale Charmers. Check us out on Instagram, Markham Reptiles. Check us out on YouTube, Markham Reptiles. TikTok, Markham Reptiles. Just search Markham Reptiles.
Or
And you have some more.
Yeah, I'm doing a compilation video soon of all the Tarantula Mark videos. Actually,
Make sure you
that's
check
gonna
on
be really
Courtney,
fun.
guys, every once in a while.
Yes, please check on Courtney and make sure that Tarantula Mark hasn't taken over my body and started to try and take run of the house. So
And by Sunday, I expect my inbox to be full.
yeah, so people checking on her well-being. But yeah,
You guys have
that's
been
really
great.
it. Check us out.
Yeah.
Keep loving animals. Give these species a shot that people say are so mean because look at them. They're not that mean right now. you know.
Yeah, you've brought a
If I
bunch on
can
that
hold
people say are mean, and they're
Yeah,
all
and
sweet.
none of them gave me
Yeah.
any problem.
And if I can
Nope.
hold it, anybody can hold it, like a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And she's never held this scrub before. She knows if I hand her something, it's going to be a chill snake.
Boundary.
So
If
she
it ever
already
bit
knows.
you, don't hand it to me.
Yeah, she already knows.
It goes that way.
Smart. I love
Yeah.
that rule.
Never been bitten. The
Working
whole
working
time.
smart, not hard, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you at Gettysburg, Kyle, and then good stuff, Kyle.
Yeah, I'll
Be
see you at
safe.
Gettysburg. Thanks, Tristan. I appreciate that. You as well.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a great night, and we're good. I don't want to cut you guys short. Okay.
No,
All right. You guys have a
absolutely. Thank you so much for having us, Heather. You're
Yes,
absolutely
you're
awesome.
amazing and gorgeous.
So are you, Courtney. Thank you. It's been amazing. Thank you, Kyle, so much for everything you do for the community. So
Thank you
guys
so
have
much.
a good
You
night.
too. This show's
Okay,
going to be
alright.
something for sure.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. All right. I am going to close it up. They were amazing. The chat was amazing. I love Kyle's community, and Courtney is just amazing. I'm so honored that she was willing to come on. And you guys have yourself a great evening or day or wherever you are around the world.